Hello, fifth graders. Today you're going to learn how to string a loom board. So you should already have a loom board or you will be getting one. And you should have your name and your class hour. For me, I just put a question mark on the top of your board with masking tape and a Sharpie, okay? Then I'm going to take a color of yarn of my choice. I'm going to choose one that I'm okay with showing a little bit within my finished weaving. And then I'm going to just take the edge of the yarn and I'm going to pull it through the top left tooth, so the very first one on the top left, and then I'm going to pause and get some masking tape from the supply cabinet, and I'm just going to tape that piece down, that yarn piece down like so, and then I'm good to go. Okay, so once that piece is on, it's coming through, that means the yarn's coming through on the back side of the board. So I'm going to string that yarn all the way down the back side of the board, and I'm going to look for the first tooth on the bottom, which is right there. And I'm going to basically wind around my board, pulling gently. I don't want to pull too tight, so you can see I'm already in the second tooth up here. So now I'm going back down again on the back side, and I'm just going to wind that around all the way, not skipping any of the teeth on either side of the board. All right, now I'm on the top edge of the board, and I'm on the going through the very last tooth on the top. So I'm gonna pull that string all the way back down the end of the board, and I should find one more tooth that I haven't used on the bottom. And then I'm gonna stop. Before cutting, count your strings on the front and back side. Make sure you have 15 full strings on the front, 16 full strings across the back. Then you can cut. On the bottom, I'm going to make sure I have the whole piece of yarn taped down all the way down to the bottom of the board as far as I can go. I want to make sure none of the other strings are getting caught up in that tape. And I'm just flipping it over to the back side. If I have a little extra tape sticking off at the bottom, I can cut that off. And now I'm actually ready to string a needle and start weaving.